Testing. Okay. Free money. It's always right to do the master gems. I don't think I ever looked at allies. Maybe I did. Hmm. Oh, I didn't know this. I didn't know we got another one. Sack this, another creature. Oh, it's only ally. Ah. Well, that's a necessity. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's also good. Oh no. Alright, I don't have any allies. There's also not a lot of allies anyways. Oh, there's a 4-mana Brimaz. It's only attacking? I guess it's a mix of Brimaz and Adeline. No vigilance. It's funny that an effect like this at 4 mana is just an uncommon, but if this was at 3, it might just be a mythic rare. Just goes to show. Goes to show. Yeah, Gideon. Gideon makes he makes knights and becomes a soldier. I think. All right. Well, I'd say with confidence, there's just not enough allies in the game. Other knight allies. Okay. Sir, that is not how allies is spelled plurally. Literal 5-minute ban. Level quality. I suppose he would... Yeah, okay, he does become a soldier. I was going to say, it's in his name. So he probably becomes a soldier. Ally. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't trigger anything, though, right? Yeah, Gideon doesn't do anything with the commander. It just makes allies. It doesn't trigger anything with allies. Actually, there's very, very, very few cards that care about the ally text. There's like 4. And 2 of them are like replaced by generically good things that aren't stuck as a creature type. Actually, can't even play this in it. I mean, that's a gnarly effect, but you don't have white. Huh. Unfortunate. Oh, it's artifact spells, though. Hmm. Why is this Grixis? Yeah. Nah. It's like the two big ally sets are not in arena, so. The ally that gives protection upon allies doing ally things would be amazing. I have not played this one. Wait, not that one. Where are you? You? Yeah. I kind of want to play this. I feel like this is the most depressing thing to play against, but it isn't. It is not Brawl, right? It doesn't have mana drain anymore. The artifact Grixis stuff, Mana Rocks, Paradox Engine, One Ring. Nothing else matters. Midnight Clock. I guess you could Ember Cleave for some strange reason if you chose to do that. I think that has flash anyways. I don't know. I kind of want to ruin people's day. Everyone's like hungover and bloated with turkey, and I feel like if I just counterspell some random 9 to 5 dad, it'll make it worth it. With this card. Rusko? Rusko's not an artifact creature though, right? Combustion Man? Look. We've been through this. $20 is $20. I'll do anything for $20. Anything. Anything. So, Ponder Brainstorm, Preordain. Maybe these? Curious Effects, maybe? At least the one that gives flying. Fly seems ideal. I don't know if peak matters, but it replaces itself. Oh yeah, we have Force of Negation. That's right. Christmas came early. Where are my two cards? Oh, there they are. Boop boop. Yep, see? Why not play Blue Voltron? I'll lose, but it's fun? I don't know if I can emotionally accept that. Wait, how does it work? I should have read it first. Okay. So, instant. Essence Flux Dive Down? Huh. There might actually be some interesting cards in this deck. Possibly Mystical Tutor. Possibly Spell Pierce. I don't like giving them a 2-2, but I also don't think I'm too upset giving them a 2-2. Stifle is a card. So is apparently Consigned to Memory, which honestly a bit surprising. I love how the shore up dive down effects are cast in your opponent's turn. It just triggered the commander. Oh, it's like extra toxic. Alright, Stifle. Wash away, unsummon. What's this? Oh! Oh, is it a mythic? No! Why are these mythics? Actually, let's open 3 packs. Surely one of them will have a card in it. One of these packs is guaranteed to have at least one card. Alright, we got at least one. What's this? Ah. Ugh. That's like the worst one. I already had it too. Where's my deck? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I feel like Twiz is only here for the blue decks. It's a subconscious thing. Yo, buddy, I'm one of my fan. Add me on Discord. Should we add him on Discord? So they can try to sell me something? I don't know. Bold of them to assume I have Discord. What's wrong with Essence Flux? It's a protection spell, isn't it? Yeah, what's wrong with Essence Flux? I guess Disdainful Stroke? Maybe this card? Spam Time Warp? I don't know to what avail you want to do that, but I don't know why maybe not to do that. Oh, I like this. This is funny. It's kind of another way to do it. You mean the mono blue commander plays as the other mono blue commanders play? In the Singleton 100 format? Yeah, I think that's how the game works. I'd hope so. I don't really like Flare, but maybe I do. Wait, maybe I don't like Commit to Memory, actually. What's the card that you draw for each island? I like Commandeer. Now, Pact of Negation's kind of steep. I don't know really what Pact is doing. I don't like it here. It doesn't do anything for the first 26 turns. And then when it finally does, you don't just... You're not like protecting a combo. You're just countering something. Then you tap 5, and then you pass right back and don't have any mana, and then you cast another like it doesn't really do anything. If I could have a combo in this deck, maybe. Which is possible. It's possible. Like, what's the mono blue combo other than the One Ring Paradox Engine? I guess I want Reliquary Tower. Force of Negation's in here. Oh, we can play this. The Triskaidekaphile. Awesome. Did I say that right? Yeah, Triskaidekaphile. Oh, we can play Profs. Alright, this deck can actually play cool cards. Albeit not many. What does this do? This is better than Essence Flux? No, it isn't. This is strictly worse. This costs 2. I wouldn't play Essence Flux if it cost 2. This is worse than Essence Flux. Oh, I forgot to add Fly. Actually, let me look at auras. Flying. I think giving this flying is somewhat interesting. Kind of. I don't hate it. Snapcaster? Yeah. It doesn't have to be an instant sorcery, right? Yeah, it can be Snapcaster. I haven't actually typed in Flash yet. I was gonna do that next. There's another. Oh, this one is infinite, huh? I don't know about the 2 mana flying cards. Well, this one draws. Still don't know if I want the 2 mana ones. What if I... How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, there's a lot of flying options. I wanted to play those. Frog. Oh, I have enchantment filtered. Brianhorn is very annoying. Maybe that's a thing. Yeah, Aqueous Form is unblockable. That one's... Is that one 1 mana? Or is that the 2 mana one from... Wait, can't be blocked. Oh no, it is 1 mana. It's from Theros. That's it. I suppose I don't hate this one. I was probably thinking of this one. I think this one's Ravnica. Well, either way. Flash. Fairy Mastermind is a good card. Sometimes. So was Malcolm. Sea Dasher is redundant. Siphoner is always 4 mana. Is it a wizard? Ugh, it's not a wizard. It's a warrior. It's a mono blue warrior. Just like they drew it up. Should we play this thing? A 9/9. 9-mana 9/9. That when it swings, I lose lands. Flow of Knowledge. Actually, you know what? Maybe we don't play this because our commander flows of knowledge is we don't actually need to play it. Ominous Seas? I'm thinking of Spreading Seas. It doesn't sack itself, right? No, it doesn't. I've actually seen this do something before. That's kind of cool. Alright, there's more interesting cards than I thought. I thought about a Luge. Oh yeah. Look at this. They still haven't fixed this. It's like the Diablo 4 thing. Where they're like, yeah, when you see another player, you load all of their inventory. That's why the game is crashing and lagging. When another player is next to you, you're just loading their entire inventory into your stuff. And that's how I feel with this. It's like, oh yeah, you're loading your entire opponent's card back collection when you match up against them. That's why your game is lagging. Mystic Sanctuary is interesting. I don't like Castle. Oh, I thought I had a different sleeve. Ah, rip. Rip. Big Jace. Why does one have a lock symbol? I've never... I'm gonna be real with you. I've never actually really looked at these. I've never looked at these. I just think they're annoying. If they didn't make noise all the time... That's why Dwayne's pretty cool. He doesn't make any noise. Teferi? Isn't there only one Teferi? The 5-mana one? I don't think I like Teferi in this deck. Did I put Sanctuary in? No, I didn't. Okay, yeah. I do like Sanctuary. Oh, this... Oh, yeah, there's more than one Teferi. If you're talking about this one, no. What about this one? Whenever you draw Loyalty, target opponent chooses a permanent. I mean, there are universes in which I play this and already have like... Well, wait, hold on. That might not be realistic. 5 mana, 4 loyalty. Swing with my commander with 8 experience counters. It seems kind of ridiculous. Whenever you draw, your opponent mills is funny. That's not a real way to win, though, right? That seems ridiculous. This just seems insane. Like, you swing, you draw 10, they mill 20... 20? Well, I mean, let's be real, there's Eldrazi everywhere. You can't really mill anyone anymore. I just shuffle back in Emrakul. My win condition? Same as Baral's. Same exact as Baral. There's 2 2-minute Jaces. I'm not going to play with Peak. kind of like Peak. I don't love Stifle. I'm not going to play Stifle. A turn 4 Jace? Well, what am I plotting? Let's not play Thirst. Probably don't want Brain Surge either. Specifically because of how this reads. Plot counterspells? Well, you can't cast plotted cards on your opponent's turn. So you can't... That doesn't really work. Narset's Reversal, I'll keep it until it does something or it disappoints me. That's what my dad said, so I guess I'll say it too. You can stay around till it does something or disappoints you. I've done it before, and my opponent didn't concede the one time I was doing it. I don't really want draw spam stuff, especially if it's a sorcery. Because my commander draws cards. Like, all this really needs to do is draw... You only really need 2 experience counters, and then you're winning. You don't need more than 2. Any more than that, it starts to become a massive cascade. I might want more Frogifies. There's a very good chance I want more, actually. What do we not want? Alright, let's not... Yeah, no Deduce. I feel like I'm still not playing a deck that wants Mystical Tutor in it. I can't conceive of a card I'd want to put in my hand. I don't even think Memory Deluge is a good card. So, and that's probably one of the better ones to put on top of my deck. Just for the... I suppose... No, yeah, no Mystical Tutor. And no Memory Deluge. Yeah, Bribery is a win condition. This is true. Kind of spaced Bribery. I kind of spaced it. Boop. There's your win condition. Now leave me alone. It's too much talking for a blue deck? What do you mean? Alright, so there's a good chance... there's a good chance that... I don't need... Glimpse is 5? Oof. Yeah, alright, 5 is too much. I'm never realistically escaping that. Alright, we'll start here, and then if people for some strange reason aren't conceding when I have a counterspell wall, we might change it around a little, but just like Brawl, people just kind of concede before they worry about, you know, any of that stuff. So, Katara, Waterbending Master. There's no Waterbending cards in here. Has a Brawl stat line. 2 mana, 1/3, mono blue. Whenever you cast a spell on your opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. And then when this attacks, you draw that many cards, equal to your experience counter count, and then you discard 1. So the first experience counter is a looting effect, which is just fine. And then any additional is card advantage, and it becomes completely insane. Instead of discounting with Brawl and looting with counterspells, you just draw a ton of cards and play the game that Brawl kind of plays anyways. There are some fairly interesting things in here. I wasn't actually expecting that. I was kind of just assuming you're playing a 1-for-1 Brawl list. But it has the ability to play funny things. In the games in which my opponent hasn't conceded after I drew 26 cards, there's Reliquary Tower, so I don't have to click discard 5 cards or something. And then there's also funny things like Triskaidekaphile, which just wins the game if you hit exactly 13, and there's worlds where you do, right? So it's at the end, no, it's on your upkeep. So it's you need one of the no maximum hand side. Oh well, this is one of them, but oh, it is just one of them. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. It says that on the card. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I just ran it because the 13 thing is funny. So yeah. That's a win condition. Bribery's in here as a win condition. I think Brawl might actually play this. It actually costs 4 mana in Brawl. It doesn't cost 5, so it might actually play this card. I could also play Medallion. It doesn't discount any of these. It's a turn 2 play, which means I didn't play this. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to weave in a Medallion turn. But it's another thing to think about. The Witness Protection, Unable to Scream, very likely to want to be in this deck, but we shall see. But a lot of instants, a lot of flash, trying to play the entire game on your opponent's turn. Force Negation at its literal best. Same with Commandeer, literal best here. Doesn't get much better than a deck like this, so... Yep, the main idea is to just ruin the night of some random 9-to-5 dad who had a good time yesterday for Thanksgiving. So let's do that real quick. Let's ruin everyone's Black Friday. This one? Oh, they're both possible. This is standard Brawl. No, Profs is not banned. Most busted color? Well, I mean, it's just green. I wouldn't call it busted. It's just playing a different format. Ooh, all right. I mean, okay. Green lets you play twice as fast as your opponent. That is a very in-your-face pet companion thing, jeez. Oh, it's like elaborate as well. We could play this first. Nah. My opponent didn't play Llanowar Elves, so now if they have to spend a turn killing this, we're not upset with that. Okay, they didn't do that. Let's play... The right thing to do is probably nothing, but I didn't come here to do that, so. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, my bad. I said yes. Oops, Delve. We did it for Delve. We have Delve cards. That's why I did that. No one saw anything. Another talisman. Enters Earthbend 2. Sure. Do I... No. Can you return... So what if I... What if I did nothing? Right? Yeah, I just did nothing. And then this turn, we start to try to do things? For real? Yeah, Delirium. We discarded a land for Delirium. Yes. Choose one or both. I don't have an incentive to pick up my commander, so... Crucible of Worlds. Well, that gives my opponent a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, sure. So now we draw one every time. A little bit more incentive to actually swing. Curiosity. Well, we're never bopping our opponent, given the situation. So I guess I just get rid of that. And then... pass. Beginning of combat. Alright, so it's hard to do that pre-combat, unfortunately. Traveling Chocobo. Okay. Sure. Can it steal creature lands? No, non-land permanents. Alright, taking 2. Let's bounce the Chocobo, I suppose. I think it's a pretty decent idea to draw, because it gives me a counter, and I draw even more moving forward. No maximum hand size, level 2, draw 2. Always land. I suppose I swing first? Yeah. Yep. Let's get rid of Disruption. Okay. They should actually full block this. Wow, they don't? I'm always trying to kill this. That's interesting. You... and leave up 5. Or do I leave up... I'm going to do this right now. I could have done it next turn for this, but I don't really care about this that much. This is fine. Please swing with the 2/2. Okay, it is. I want to kill their land. No, I don't. What am I talking about? It comes right back. What if I killed this? What if I did nothing? What if I did nothing? What if I did nothing? Well, now there's a lot of problems for my opponent. Let's put a counter on this, and then the rest up here. still doesn't double block. Wow. Do we have a maximum hand size thing going on? We do. So what if I... What are we at hand size wise? 9? So no Triskaidekaphile. It's my upkeep. Okay, well, I mean, it's not off the table. Oh yeah, Fairy Mastermind. Bloop. Alright, what do you got? I mean, my hand is just so stacked. Black Blade. You know what? Let's just put that on top. Let's just put that on top. What's our win condition? Someone said. How are we gonna win a game? Someone asked me multiple times. That was the first game. Against a green deck too. Against a green deck, so you can't feel bad. What's our win condition? Get out of here. Speaking of getting out of here, let's maybe not play this. Well, it still has the max hand size thing, actually. It's just the bottom part doesn't do anything. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. I'm willing to remove Unsummon for witness protection. And I still want Scream. Do I not have Baral in here? I don't. Huh. Oops. I like Radical Idea, kind of. Mirex? That's the land that makes 1/1s. It's probably free if you feel as though you're going to make 1/1s and have them do anything. Same with Fountain Port. I guess. I will say that's one upside about Twitch is it tells you when somebody's a ban evader. So I don't have to guess anymore. Although my intuition of someone being a scam artist from India is pretty accurate. I can't say it's pretty difficult to know though. So. I don't think there's a lot of good proliferate cards, but yeah, there's the one that... there's an impulse one? Right? There's an impulse one? I love how you just type pro-life. Pro-life, boom, there it is. Yeah, there's this one, which is okay. It's a 2-for-1. I'm sure there's something I can find and not play something else or whatever. I don't care about this. Although I suppose technically it's this. Yes, it's like the same thing. Tezzer's Gambit at 3 mana, sorcery speed. No, that doesn't work. Never mind, that doesn't work. Yeah, so it is just this one. Okay. Maybe this one, but probably not. This one's hilarious. It's like all my spells just have it happen twice. I suppose Karn's Bastion, in a world in which I will never, ever, 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 ever use this. I will never use this. Yeah, probably not. Okay, the only other one is like maybe this. There's no way I'm playing Thrumming Bird, so... There's no way I'm playing this. It's like... What is this? Okay. Huh. Well, it's a good sign that I found well over 100 cards very quickly. I kind of don't like the spree counter. Alright, no Spell Pierce. I guess we don't have to play Force Spike. The Whale? Well, it's a 3-mana sorcery speed card. And I have to cast 2 spells for it to trigger. All of my spells are on my opponent's turn, which very likely give me 2 experience counters anyways. It comes in a turn after my commander, so I'm just staring at my opponent with no counters for a while for a setup that, like, why is this not cancel? No, it doesn't work here. I kind of like Serum Snare, and I almost like this one, the more I think about it, but I still don't think I like it enough. I don't think I like it nearly enough. The game is not about trying to get 25 experience counters, it's trying to get 3 or 2. And then you win. You don't need 10. I need more water. How many lands are in here? 40? Curve is 2. Alright, say goodbye to an island. Oh, opponent, you don't want to play against Brawl? With your 5-color Omnath? What's wrong? It's only my second game. Oh. Well, we did it. It took about 5 minutes. I've already ruined a couple 9 to 5 dads Black Friday. But think of all the deals and coupons and stuff they got. That nice shiny new computer you just played Magic Arena on, only to concede immediately. Celeste. I wonder what kind of Celeste. You respect the Instascoops to mono blue? Pfft. My chat is... You're in shambles. Green is better. I don't know what all this chat and jargon is about other colors. I don't lose if it gets killed, so I'm going to cast it. This is one of two kinds of games, so I can just cast it. Okay. It seems to be the slow kind of game, so we can simply... If it dies, that means it's a slow game, and we're fine. So that's why I cast it. And if it's fast, then I'm still kind of fine, because they spent their entire turn doing that. I think I cast Think twice here? Maybe not. Oh look, it's the best card in the format. No way. I guess I'm not casting my commander. Well... Whatever. Now if it dies, we lose. So I guess we'll move on if it does die. And it does. Awesome. Opponent went Mythic Rare answer into must answer Mythic Rare 2-drop into Mythic Rare 3-drop answer. That wins on its own in 10 years. At least it wasn't green. You know what? I'm going to put Stifle back in. Kind of want Force Spike back in just as a 1-minute answer. Let's not play Cyclonic Rift. The more I think about it, the less I actually even like Malcolm. They mulliganed to 6. I wonder what they mulliganed for. They don't have it. They don't have it. Shambles. Bushwhack? Reveal a card. Okay. That's odd. That's very odd. One mana blue spell. Consider. So far, strange cards have been played. Sword of Red and Green. Okay. Commander. Force Spike literally anything. So, 1 experience counter. Yeah, we'll swing. Let's get rid of Cavern? No, we can afford to get rid of a blue source. And then just pass? Yeah. Okay. Also, 2 more strange cards have been cast. Every card so far has been strange. Every card's been weird. Alright. They played 4 really weird things in a row and then gave up. Interesting. They didn't even try to do anything. So I can only imagine what they had in their hand. I don't know. I don't know. You played it, and if it sticks, you swung games before. Oh, opponent, what happened? Oh no, not again. Oh no. And she sticks. You swung games before you draw a ton of cards. Yeah, of course. I don't think I ever said otherwise. Maybe YouTube chat did a little earlier. But if you're concerned about having critical mass of experience counters, you're looking at this very wrong. You just need, like, none. All you need to do is untap with Brawl and you win. Who would have guessed? Terra, Herald of... Is this the Shrine one? No. Saga one? No. Beginning of combat, mill, flying, thing, damage, graveyard, reunit. Alright, yeah. It's the Celeste at home. No, this is the perils of play versus draw. Oh, they did pay 3. For what? Oh, they needed a land? Fair enough. Opponent is out of their mind if they think they're going to play the game in that spot. I'm not respecting a 1-mana counter spell or a removal spell or anything like that. What is this thought? Reanimate. Nothing I can do about that, so I think I just lost on the spot. Okay, you got it. The old 1-mana legacy staple just soloed me there and nothing else mattered. That's just fun. Had to draw it and also had to mill something that wins. Must be nice. So far, the only losses have been to, like, $20 mythic rares. So I guess we're doing the right thing. Lost to reanimate there, and then last time was the my opponent literally played $100 worth of cards through 3 cards, and it caused him to win. So I guess I can't be too upset. Is Force of Negation good here? It might be. This is unfortunately a game where both of us struggle to do anything, though. This could be a problem here. This could be a problem. We'll see how it pans out. Alright, let's see what happens. We're in there. Arcane Sign? You, by all means. I will brainstorm. You know what? I'm gonna brainstorm. And then I'm gonna... Whoop, wait. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna get rid of probably a land. I'm gonna smack him for 1, and then I'm gonna cast nothing, right? Wait a minute. I will do this. Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. That only gets 2 counters? Yeah. This is the second Orcish Bowmasters I have ever seen, and it's in another spot where it is literally game-winning god tier. Because I guess that's just how that card likes to work against me. It's actually ridiculous how often this has been showing up out of nowhere. It's like people just remember it exists now or something. I think I just lose, actually. Yep, I think I lose now. Flare is not a fixing situation. That's just actually ridiculous. Alright, again, literally, only losing $200 cards. You know? The second Orcish Bowmasters I've ever seen, and it completely soloed me. That is actually insane. I guess it's time to re-evaluate the card, but I still would not play it in black decks in Historic Brawl. But that hasn't stopped my opponents. That is the second time ever, and it happened just a few days ago, so I suppose it's something people are thinking about, but yeah, this is not Commander. But that's why I said it's a $100 card. Because it is a game changer in Commander, but this is not Commander. It's also in Legacy. Okay, rather interesting commander. I don't think it has any text against me, right? Reanimates your opponent's graveyard? No, it's also fetch lands. Of course, right? I'm gonna mulligan. Okay. Yeah, the 2 times I've seen it, it has actually done something. So, maybe it's time to reevaluate. I just kind of doubt that, honestly. Holy fetch lands. Oh, your opponent can only reanimate permanents? Why don't you just have all your fetch lands really quick? There you go. Don't you want all your fetch lands? For your opponent's, whatchamacallit? This card is weird, but I think the game is going in a trajectory for this card to be a problem. So I'm going to counter it. Oh, alright. Easy. I made the one attempt on the life of my commander, saw it didn't work, gave up. See, that's more of your average brawl experience, not orcish bowmasters. That's a little okay. Whoops! I did not mean to do that. I cannot breathe out of my left nostril, man. Ugh. Fourth time you've seen that player. Look, we don't bash or shame Xerath truthers in this stream on this channel. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is Warrior one of the party commanders? Jeez. Oh, it says it on party. So it is a party type. So this is a... Oh, it's just Spell Pierce. Never mind. It's just Spell Pierce. Unfortunate. I thought it might have been slightly better than Spell Pierce. I got excited. I actually like Damper more than Dive Down. Honestly, should probably play all of them. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, no more reversal. I'll be right back. I need more water. Think of 2 cards to take out. Let's see. Double island? I already took out one land. I don't know if I want another one going, though. It's kind of weird to take out more, I feel. Maybe it isn't. I'm not taking out Ponder or Brainstorm. Ponder Preordain. I don't want to take those out. Maybe I could take out No. Maybe I'd take them out. Man, why did you have to say something? Damn it. Alright, yeah. It probably makes sense, actually. They're so good. They're so good, though. But, I mean, look, because every card does almost the same thing. Maybe I could just play the I do have Opt and Consider and stuff. But they are so good. I mean, they really shouldn't come out, I don't think. But for the sake of playing more interesting cards, I suppose I will. But they do kind of let you keep worse hands. Like, you can keep one land in your starting hand if you have Preordain or Ponder. Where now, like, some of my mulligans are worse because of that. But if I don't care about that, maybe it's not a big deal. Yeah, I guess I could take them out. I'm not 100% upset with that. Alright, I feel like we're both doing the same thing, except when it's effectively over for my opponent, it's immediately over. Instead of just, like, slightly over. This phases out your opponent's cards. I don't know if that matters. Of course, they're on the play. Alright, there we go. We found it. Let's get rid of a land. Oh, yes. On the play, Mana Dork, right into Protection Spell. Just have it every game. Cool. 1 into 4. That game is totally different if I'm on the play, by the way. Completely different game if I'm on the play. It's an actual game if I'm on the play. It's just so stupid. This format is a joke. This format is a complete joke, I swear. What a clown show. Disdainful Stroke looks real bad here. Let's not keep that. Okay. You know, I could also take out Treasure Cruise, honestly. And Dig Through Time. Yeah, we could probably take those out. Oh, look, it's the same thing again. No way. 1 into 3, I win. I have literally no recourse, so I'm just going to cast my Commander. I have no recourse to this. Opponent herp derps it right into play. Pass. They probably take Radical Idea, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, that's better. Now none of these really do anything. As a 3/3 opponent, there you go. It's funny how I'm running into commanders that hard lock me. That are, like, designed to specifically ruin my life. I guess I'm playing both of these? Well, that... What does this do? Unlock Brainstorm? I don't know why I care about that, but sure. I'll land... Hey, it doesn't even let me say yes or no. It just does it. That's weird. Oh, look. That card. Yeah. You know what I should do for my own psychological health is just remove the snooze emote. I should just do that. There, I'm free. It's gone. Maybe I'd take out the curiosity effects. You're proud of me? I don't know, whatever. I could take out the curiosity effects, honestly. There has been no game where they have done anything. What was the other two? Okay. Wait, what? What does this do? Okay, whatever. It's another game where it's probably wrong to cast this here, but I'm not interested in thinking about it. Okay, well, now nothing can be countered for the rest of the game. Very fun, very fun. Let's play... Nothing? Oh wait, I can still counter stuff. I can bounce this. So what does my opponent think is confidently uncounterable here? The cringing girl from Duskborn, yeah. When this enters, search your library for an equipment, put it in your hand. I don't care about that. Wouldn't have countered it anyways. I think I have to counter the 3-2 at some point in this game. So maybe I have to bounce it now and then see what happens. Chart is interesting. Chart is interesting enough. You know what? No. No. Also, I'm shuffling anyways. I'm dumb. I'm shuffling anyways. Order lull. Wait, is this... This is counterable. Yes. Okay, just make sure. So... Curiosity or this? Let's do curiosity, so they're incentivized to like, block. Dang it. Well, actually, it's about the same if they block or not, so... Okay. Path to Exile. That is not a functional solution to my opponent's problem. So, I will let that happen. That doesn't solve your issue here. 3 less to activate. I don't know what happens when you stifle this. I don't think I'm interested in stifling that. Or that. Do I draw 2? I think so. Wait. What if I did this? Oh, I forgot I could do that. Thank you. Okay. Let's swing. And then play this? No, 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 no. What if we tried to win with bribery? Giver of Runes is actually really good here. Wow. That's actually kind of just really nuts. Yeah, I could just get Giver of Runes here, I think. Yeah. Yeah. That is really good here. Okay. The old 5-mana Giver of Runes. I know they just drew this, because it was in their deck. Yep, there's no doing anything about that. Okay, let's play Commander. Alright, I think I'm going to sack this to... this basically has to be Force of Will. I basically have to have this in play for Force of Will here. So... and I'll just take 2. Okay, well now that they did that, I don't have to take anything. This is white. You'd think it's red, but... sounds like it is trample. So... you here... swingies, draw a bajillion. Still have this. Play land, pass. Alright, well, good luck. That's their play for the turn, draw for the turn. Sword of Feast and Famine. Yeah, sure, none of these are blue. Black, white, green, red, so yep, let that happen. Umezawa's Jitte? Now you're just getting goofy. I have to deal with this one though. I think I'm just gonna chump block this. It's a lot of annoying things, so... I think I'm... no, wait a minute. Draw land, I discard and you untap? Yeah, alright. I'm confident that this will work out in the future, so we'll see. Holy lands, please. Alright, well, I didn't find what I needed, but fortunately my opponent doesn't have any cards in their hand, so... I'm gonna peek pre-combat. My opponent has Swords to Plowshares. Alright, well, that's a top deck, huh? Wouldn't we all agree that's a very, very good top deck? Okay, let's take it. Stifle the black-green sword. Yeah. Stifle the black-green sword. Opponent waited 10,000 years for this sword. This is very incorrect. But unfortunately, I can't punish it. Alright, well, now I'm just losing. It's been runner, runner, god tier draws. So, let's play Commander again. No, think that's over. We're just trying to do this. Okay, I found something, and I think I have to take the counter spell. So I'm going to take the counter spell again. This doesn't have protection from blue, so I can bloop. Play nothing. Stop drawing things. Stop. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Alright, well. Must be nice. I feel like I honestly should have won that game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I should have won that game. Opponent ran perfect off the top, and we did not. We drew 40 more cards than they did, but we only drew lands. There were two cards I was just thinking about. Now I can't remember what I was thinking about. Oh yeah, the delve cards. I'm gonna run Ponder Preordain instead of the two delve cards, because these are better than the delve cards. I should have just done that to start with. I didn't think about that. I could go down to land, yeah. We could go down to land, actually. I think I'm going to go down to land. We draw so many cards, it's not likely to get totally screwed by that. I also have some MDSCs, I guess. Oh, we finally lost. I played Bribery that game. First time I lost after playing Bribery. Literal unplayable trash. I kind of like unsummon. Neither of these do it, of course. I might even take out Disdainful Stroke. We have basically been playing a legacy format. This doesn't do anything. I'm not even sure why I thought I was doing stuff with that card. Bro, where are the counter spells? What actually is this? Why do they have to be on the play? Oh, they didn't play a Mana Rock. Alright, maybe it's not combo. Maybe it is not combo. Yeah, the one that makes a fish token. I can put that in instead. Unsummon is cooler, though. Alright, well, I don't think the game at all is about my commander, but I don't lose this turn, so I can just cast it. Eldrazi. Alright. Confused. But like I said, the game's not about this. Oh look, it's the Mana Rock. No way. Might as well counter that? I guess. Okay. I'd rather them not take this thing, which might actually be really hard to see. So they might take Make Disappear. They took Unsummon. Alright. They took Unsummon. I'm not taking Unsummon. Can I play land? Can I find a land? Is that possible? Apparently it is possible. If you believe hard enough, you can actually find a land. No shot you have Reanimate. Whatever, stupid. Magic Damper. Well. Here comes the perfect 5-mana one with perfectly 7 mana. Yep, told you. Must be nice. Let's get rid of Curiosity, I guess. Sacking it now is dumb. Okay, opponent realizes that. Here comes the other perfect 5-mana Reanimate spell. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, opponent, all you had to do was just wait until you drew another one. That's it. I have no answer to it. You have 7 mana. I don't have a counterspell. You just wait till you find another one. This game is not over. This is not a token. This is the real copy. When you sack it to Phyrexian Tower, you can do it again. So I don't really know why they concede it. You literally had this. Okay, whatever. Get wrecked. I don't feel bad. Thinking isn't for stick fingers players, I guess. I don't know what they were... Okay. Okay. And yeah, the Unsummon does actually take the... It removes the combo. I wasn't thinking of that at the time. Hey, I got a new card. It's that thing. Amazing. Alright, let's play the gift one, I guess. Because everyone wants to play new cards instead of cool old ones like Unsummon. My opponent thought seized an Unsummon. You're going to tell me it's bad? I should ban you right here and now. Honestly. I don't know, it's weird to play that deck and then give up when you're in a winning position. All you have to do is draw one of your 38 5-mana reanimate spells. You could at least make me have it. I refuse to concede in that spot. I'm not doing it. Oh yeah, Disdainful Stroke, right. I forgot. A lot of Tifas today, honestly. Alright, well, I didn't find anything. So, game is over. Didn't find any card that mattered. Yeah, I'm taking out Disdainful Stroke before I forget. Yeah, well, the one time we played the Turbo Fog deck last time, someone just spent like 20 minutes emote crying at the very end. But that's why I gotta play it at the end, because my one and only opponent is emotionally incapable of moving on. They'd rather wallow in a loss than and let me enjoy a victory. But I guess that's fine, right? Because when someone does do that, you actually get to do the thing. Let's play this. You actually get to do the Turbo Fog thing instead of them giving up early. Top end? What? Like what? Why do we want... No. We don't want 7-mana nuclear bombs in our Baral deck. It doesn't make sense. You're emotionally compromised. Think rationally. Alright. I'll keep it because of Ponder. Sure, I can shuffle away one of the lands here. Well, this is why... Those are nice. Wait, what do you... Cling to Dust? What is that? Dark Ritual? What's happening? Terminus of Spaghetti? Dark Ritual? It's only 3 mana. Alright. Money has Dark Ritual as the thing. It was Cling to Dust. Okay, never mind. I don't know why they didn't cast it last turn. That's odd. I'm never countering that. You go right ahead. I'm pretty sure the draw go game is favoring me, and in a mono black matchup, I'm not going to cast my commander. Actually, I'd say with a high degree of confidence, this is favoring me. Oh, get wrecked. Okay, never mind. Who needs to play their commander? Ah, love it. Love the snooze. Love the snooze. Opponent doesn't even know how much I love the snooze. I hold the Guinness World Record of snoozing. Yeah, by the end of it, you'll get back to me and see how many games involved a 7-mana explosive bomb having any impact in any game. Because it won't. Not in this deck. Mystic Sanctuary has also struggled to do anything, to be honest with you. But it's kind of just random splash damage. It's not significant. Is it 3 islands, right? Yeah. I don't know if Nahiri I don't know if the matchup would have helped me with the, like, a hull breaker or something. I don't know. If I had, like, 8 mana, bounce a creature. I was in top deck mode? My hand was all islands? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Also, what is happening? I looked away for a second. Oh, we just lost because my opponent had the mono green legacy opener. Okay, well that's fun. Oh, I can't snooze! You see how I went to do it? You see how I tried? I couldn't do it. I tried. I actually tried. Couldn't do it. Well, if the logic is one singular bomb is worth it because we're going to draw into it every game when we're drawing a ton of cards, then you've drawn a ton of cards in one. You don't need a giant bomb. I'm going to cast Preordain before Ponder. Especially this early. Both of these are fine. Profs is weird here. Is it weird? What are we up against? Okay, no, there's no profs here. Having after read my opponent's commander. After having. Yeah, it's good to discard, I guess. Can always discard it, that's true. It would be discarded a lot. I suppose the discard makes up for it, because you can just get rid of it when it inevitably does nothing. Alright, commander it is. I think, yep. It's almost played exactly like Azula, where when you untap it with it, you're happy, and when you don't, you're not happy. It's kind of the vibe I've been getting. What is this, Sacred Foundry? So did they make a mistake, or we're just doing something else here? They moused over their lands, so I guess they made a mistake. That's what happens when you play goofy-looking arts. Well, now you can't swing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Curious Obsession swing doesn't do anything. Alright, we're just staring at each other. Creatures have haste. Legendaries have stuff. Are these legendaries? No. Okay. Well, they didn't swing last turn, so... Let's... bounce... this one? They're kind of the same. Let's ponder. Utter Insignificance is nice. Curiosity is a ways out. Maybe I don't even need Curiosity effects. I'm starting to think I don't. I'm starting to really think I don't need those. Oh wow, this is actually kind of hard. Huh. Okay, we do nothing. They didn't... Do they know if I shuffled or not with Ponder? I don't know if they know that. Okay, now we can start swinging with this. Draw. Let's get rid of you. I could also get rid of Curiosity, honestly. When it does, just take it. I don't know if that's a good idea here. Let's play that and pass. We have one counter spell. Alright, so they probably concede to the Snapcaster. Yeah, they just conceded the Snapcaster. It's just over now. Well, yep, it's just when you untap with your commander, you're in a position like this. It's just your opponent has to kind of make you do that. Or have to kill it or something. Flare has been a... I mean, this is an uh-oh spaghetti-o button. It hasn't been like a... Or just cancel. I don't know. But the curiosity effects maybe can do something else. So far they haven't felt right. Yeah, I'm gonna take them out. The okay, so the logic with the curiosity effects is actually kind of the exact same as playing giant 7-mana bombs. When I'm swinging with my commander and it's happening over and over, it doesn't matter if I have these or hull breakers because I've displayed the ability to swing with my commander over and over. So I think the card advantage with these is just simply not worth it. Do I have fly? Maybe fly is fine because evasion is still okay. And I didn't have the investigate one. Isn't there another though? I thought they were like 3 or 4. All right, so no that or oh no, that's it. Okay. So we can take those 2 out and add I do kind of like the 0/3 crab card. Oh, it's a sorcery though, isn't it? Isn't it a sorcery? Hold on. This is a crab of sorcery. I'm 99% certain it is. Wasn't I just looking at it? Hard evidence. Yeah, it is. Ah. Ledger Shredder is still kind of the same. I guess with Go-Go in play, you can draw like 55 cards instead of not 55 cards. But then you're tapped out, so then they don't do anything, and you die, because you just tapped out. Oh, I forgot. This is definitely a Mox Amber deck. Oh, whoops. No one saw that. No one saw that I said nothing. I said nothing. This is an instant. What does it do? Enters, counters, draw. They search their library, put a... I mean... I don't know. What about you? Kind of sweet with my commander, but it makes my commander more of a costly investment. And there's not really a reason to do that, I don't think. Ooh. Yeah, the adventure in the dungeon one, which I think is fly. That's the fly one, yeah. I thought we could stay. I did see Wanshi in normal historic the other day. Huh. It's not... Nothing there. Jace is weird. Or the Vryn's Prodigy one. I don't dislike miscast that much. But I kind of don't like miscast. Rescue is... yeah, I guess one she plays in any curve that you need. 2 to 7. 2 to 10. It has flash. It's like kind of my opponent's turn. How many cards shuffle outside of fetch lands? Let's see. Green has a bunch of ramp spells. There's fetch lands, and that's it, really. Right when it comes to expected stuff. It's really just rampant growth effects. Not even all of them anymore, because like Seek the Forest or whatever is not a search effect. Atali doesn't search. I haven't seen Atali in a while. So it's like fetch lands and green players, that's it. Like what do I don't search except the 4 fetch lands. 5 fetch lands. Black has some tutors. I could just play Baral in the deck, I suppose. Or the Medallion, right? Yeah, let's just do Medallion. I think this is okay. Sometimes it might be right to play that on turn 2. I'm still wishy-washy about that one, though. Still feels weird. It's more resilient than Baral, although the Baral loot is kind of interesting. I did take out the Delve cards. Oh, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep... No. I get it. Oh, I gotta do the right thing here. I don't have a choice. I gotta do the right thing. Unlucky Witness. Okay. Lightning Bolt. Thing. Riveteers. So... we play this tapped. A benefit of playing that tapped is my opponent doesn't know that I'd have protection spell. Or they know less because of that. Well, that's really good. I'm kind of surprised it took this long for me to see that. Do you cast Lightning Bolt anyways? Do you? Well, we'll find out. They probably do. They probably don't even think about it. They probably do. And maybe it depends if this card is a land or not. My opponent actually kept a 2-land hand, so... opponent finds it anyways. Amazing. Yep. Sounds about right. Alright, do we run into lands the whole game? Oh, we do, of course. What does this do? It's a blood token, okay. There's a blood artist and something. I couldn't remember the other thing it did. Why didn't they swing with the... oh, right, it's a 1/1. Okay, well... I... am losing. So, let's cast this. Decline. Land, pass. Alright, well. My opponent literally can't stop drawing lands. I drew all the lands I needed. We cast this here. And we loot away Force of Negation? Oh, these are kind of the same, so I guess I get rid of this one. And I think I'm doing nothing. Yeah, there's no real big reason to play Force of... Ponder, I mean. I want to cast these 2 cards, I think. Are we getting rid of the land? What's this? Birds of Paradise. Isn't that just a land for Corvold? Oh, alright. You got it. They found a normal land. Funeral Room. Creature you control dies. Each opponent loses stuff with things. It's the last card in their hand, so Force of Negation it shall be. And I will trade with their 3-2, because I'm losing that damage race. It's like a funny removal spell. We will ponder before we swing. I like this one. So decline. And then it can find either that top card or something else. Flare is just what I want. We can put an extra counter on the Gemstone Cavern. World first. Literal world first. I draw Steaming Hot Nothing. Let's play nothing. They drew another land. Alright. I would have had the very ideal sequence of lands off the top. There's only one thing to do here, opponent. You're not doing it. Yep, there you go. They didn't even wait. They didn't even wait to see. They should have waited to see. I mean, they didn't wait even half a second. I could have had nothing. I could have literally had nothing. That is so funny. Alright, get wrecked. They drew exactly what they needed to. Because we saw their hand from starting turn 1, the peak. We knew they drew nothing but lands is what exactly they needed to continue to cast cards. Alright. That game, to be fair, I think Bribery probably was going to win. I would say with confidence. If we did cast Bribery there, we were going to win. I think. Yeah, the blue pause, I guess, but they knew about the pause because of the aura under my commander. It holds priority. Also, I think they conceded before they even saw a pause. But I had one in play. They knew about it from the aura. That you could pay 3 to return. Well, another hand where you're keeping it because you have Ponder in it. Alright. This runs away with it really quickly. Spooky. Those two are nice. I don't really like 3 steps too much here. Probably get rid of that with Preordain? We'll see. Yeah, it just depends what my opponent does here. Maybe I just draw it. I don't know. I could just draw all 3 cards. Could just do that. I think I'm going to, because they didn't lead with Delighted Halfling or something. Birds of Paradise. They led with this, which is, as we've learned, very easy to just sort of play around this the whole game. This can be crude now. So, let's do nothing. Because I said so, right? Yeah. Okay. If they want to swing with this, it is damage. It's doing what they want. But that is me being able to swing back, potentially. Yeah, it's funny in a deck like this where Esper Sentinel is against every card in my deck, and I feel like I'm not really concerned with it. I'm definitely not concerned with that thing. Mother of Runes. That I do not like. Right? How much do I not like this? Why does this matter? Oh, it does matter. What, of course it matters. Yeah, I have to deal with this. Do we swing with Smuggler's Copter? Nope. It would let me loot, so it's a back and forth. I think my opponent is correct. And I should just pass? I didn't draw a land. I did not draw a land. Yeah, alright. This is where Esper Sentinel actually did do something on that turn cycle, to be fair. Don't care about that. Selfless Spirit. That is a 2-1. It flies. Alright. I'll put it back on top. They can swing with it now. Nope, still. Let's, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So... Alright. Yeah, the Esper Sentinel's racking up the value slowly. It's causing me to slightly fall behind. There's no more fighting over this. I don't have a long-term solution to this, unfortunately. Still no swinging with the Smuggler's Copter is just crazy. Yeah, so we do this, we pay 1. Negate? This is pretty cool. I think that's worth it. It's like another thing I can get out there and get going. I can make this a 2/4 block sack. Ah. You know what? What if I did do that? Yeah, this is a good turn to do this. Okay. I like this. Yep. Draw. Get rid of island. What's in my graveyard? Okay, so we let them go to the thing. Okay, this just loots. They don't have a card in their hand, so they can't... I think it's always right to loot, regardless. And then we do this. And then we let damage go through. And this should kill the Smuggler's Copter, because it is a... Wait, why can't I... Yeah, it should... It has 2 damage on it and becomes a 1/1. Alright, that worked out as good as it did. What is the draw? The draw is an answer, but it's not a very good answer. It's a tempo answer. I would have probably waited. No, you shouldn't wait. You should not wait. You have no cards. You need to wait. You need to not wait. I promise I can say words. Let's just replay it. And pass, yeah. In the off chance somehow Force Spike actually does something here. Astrologian's Planosphere? Those are a lot of big words. You know what? I should have swung before I paid mana. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I'm just drawing 4 cards. It's just insane at this point. We drew it. We drew it. Do I play it? No, we wait. It doesn't do anything right now. 4, 8. Elidarmary's something. Wait, what does this do? Creature spells off the top. I will let them get a card off of the Esper Sentinel, but I don't want them to cast that. You can spree out a graveyard, right? I don't know if I've ever done this. Okay, you can. I got a little paranoid for a second there. This is worth dealing with. Yeah, alright. I was wrong about Esper Sentinel this game. My respect for it's been very, very low lately, but here it is, kind of doing stuff. This is a good time to do it, you know. They're not doing stuff at instant speed trying to get adorable, which is a good idea. I still think they might have missed one attack with their Smuggler's Copter this game. So they can now kill my commander in combat. I feel as though that doesn't change what my commander is doing, which is drawing 6 cards. Oh, I guess I can swing with this too. No, they both drew 3. Alright, we're at 12 cards. Discard a land. And I want to win with this card. It has to be exactly 13. It's so hard. It's not impossible, though. Alright? I don't want to hear it. I need to win with this card. Please. Please. I'm so close. No! 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 Oh. We had, what, 9 cards? We were going back... we were going to 10. We're swinging up to 16. Discard down to 15. Play 2... Or, no, play 3 cards. No. Play 2 down to 13. And then don't cast anything else, and we have it. So, if we untapped and swung again, we could have won with this card. We could have won. I guarantee a way to get 2 cards out of my hand. One of them just has to be a land. So, yeah. We could have had an upkeep trigger of this card. Oh, it also has this ability, which makes it easier, I suppose. No. I guess in this spot it would make it harder. Alright, cool. Almost had it. Almost had it. I've never seen it trigger, so I don't think we're going to see it trigger today, but, you know. You know how it is. Let's see. No, nothing's disappointed me. We can keep everything. I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit blown away at how many times I've cast Bribery and have not seen a nuclear bomb. Kind of surprised. My favorite paper one? Well, it was probably Golos. Probably. Yeah, I'd say it was Golos. Now? I don't know. I've had my fill of Muldrotha, so I really don't know. Let's get rid of Flare here. We can get rid of Arcane Flight, maybe? Ooh. Ooh. Flare. Oh, look. It's the fun card. I love playing against the fun card. Must be nice. On the play 1 into 3, you win. Probably Field of the Dead. It's probably my favorite EDH card. Uncounterable, unstoppable 2/2s to win every game. Probably Field of the Dead. If we're look at that, the roles have been reversed. If we're, I also like Sprout Swarm. Sprout Swarm is probably my favorite popper card. And then my favorite, like, I like the buyback Scry 3 buyback card that I don't know the name of. I don't remember the name of it. Okay. Fun. Can I have a normal game, please? No? We're just having the normal... Oh, wait, I am having normal games. What am I talking about? Those are normal games. I am having normal games. Gemstone Cavern, Utopia Sprawl, Wash Away. The Lighted Halfling, Lightning Bolt, Cutdown. Dark Ritual. Reanimate, my bad. I forgot what format I was playing. Yeah, I never actually put together Necrobloom as a commander, but it is way up there for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't have blue, and I like my big blue-green decks. But I do like green and black as well. It's not as cool as Golos, because Golos just always got Field of the Dead, and I can play anything I want it at the same time. And then it just got the same text box as Necrobloom, because it just got Field of the Dead. Oh my goodness. Play patterns. Wow. Fun. Well, your 5-minute commander that's usually really bad is great when you always have it on turn 3. I'll say that for certain. Alright, they just somehow didn't have it. Actually amazing. What's the... Yeah, whatever the buyback for 3 mana Scry 3 is. Scry 3 buyback. Why is every game like this? What is going on? Can I have a normal game? That'd be great. Oh my goodness, please. Give me a normal game of Magic the Gathering. Sure, I can just unsummon that. May have to swing with the wolf. There's no real reason to play Arcane Flight. This is kind of interesting. Is it interesting enough, though? I don't think it is, yeah. Tragic. Yeah, it just isn't. Let's get rid of... Well, we can get rid of Cavern, obviously. Alright, well... Yeah, Mystic Speculation, that's it. I have an original foil of it, and I love it. I think Sprout Swarm takes the cake, though. Just bar none. Let's remand, because that's what I said I want it to do. So now we're on a 2-turn window to make 8/8s, or just make one every other turn, effectively. Which I think is somewhat interesting here. We shall see. I'd be a bit surprised if this card did anything super significant, though. Oh, again, I should have waited till I drew to decide what I was going to do. Let's get rid of Aqueous Form? Maybe Arcane Flight? I don't know. They're kind of the same. Let's get rid of Wash Away? No. Force Spike. Yeah. Yeah, Wizard class is okay if you invest 6,000 mana into it. That resolves. Yeah, I mean, there's little I can do when you have the literal best card in your deck. There's really no reason to counter that. And there's nothing I can draw, I don't think, to this, to an end to deal with this. Oh my sweet goodness. I lied. What a draw. Get totally wrecked. What a draw. That was nuts. Oh my goodness. Well, one good draw deserves another. We're making 8/8s. It's actually happening. Unbelievable. Sure. There is no way to stop that from dying. So be it. Let's play this. And then pass. I have 10 cards, notably not 13. There is no answering that, sure. Can you put it on the same land? If you can, they might want to do that. Well, they didn't do it, but might have been smart. Get wrecked. Oh my goodness, get wrecked. I just beat this. Oh, and this, excuse me, yeah. I beat this into this. This is probably the hardest thing to beat for a deck like this. Full stop. I can't believe I just beat that. But hey, look, I played my outs, found it. Oh man, get stonewalled. Awesome. Yeah, we make 8/8s, and there is probably nothing they can do ever about that. But I only really get 2. Was it 20? No, we could probably get 3, and then this dies in the attack, and then I might not ever do it again. But 3 8/8s is probably too much for this deck. Who knows? It's not impossible. This also exists as a thing that is now a huge problem. I will draw above 13, and then I just have to slowly make my way down to 13, and then I win. So, this is actually going to close the game out. It would close the game out here, but, yeah, 8/8s, get wrecked. Yeah, I think my favorite card, just in general, outside of a format. See, it's hard to say that, though. Sprout Swarm is definitely way up there. How much is Sprout Swarm now? I think it went above $1. My original foil has value now. Let's look. It is above $1. Oh, wait, no, that's just the reprint is above $1. What about the original future site? It's $13. Let's go. It's 13. Damaged foil is 7. Wow, Sprout Swarm is over $10 in foil. Ah, yes. Where is it? Now I have to go hold it. I have to hug it. Wait, where are you actually? Hold on. Oh, it's in the fungus deck. I'm not going back there. I'm not going over there. Why did I go in the deck builder? Oh, yeah. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, or whenever you draw your third card, Job select means it just shows up with a creature on it. This itself is a sorcery, but I really don't hate what it's doing, I guess. I don't hate what it was doing. I don't know. Yeah, magic is not very familiar. It doesn't look... It's hard to recognize it sometimes. The amount of vomit they've thrown at the player base. Didn't they just make a different one? It was like for Mirrodin, and now it's job select. It's just weird. I don't know how much my Sprout Swarm foil was when it first came out, but it wasn't... I wouldn't have bought it if it was over $10, I'll tell you that much. I don't remember. It's been so long. That's been years. Yeah. For Mirrodin was a 2/2. Job select, I guess, is a 1/1. Living Weapon was a 0/1. Are these colorless? Yeah, it looks colorless. I think it just conveniently seems to be... Coincidentally is blue, but it's a colorless token. It just looks blue. What does this do? Have I liked this enough? Yeah, I think so. What have I not liked? I could just simply not play Essence Flux, because it makes me lose my auras. Yeah, we could just not play that one, and just call it a whatever. Just so be it. Oh yeah, you're right. Living Weapon 0/1. I don't know what I'm mixing it up with. Plant tokens? Which is like kind of next to Mirrodin? Because you had Avengers Zendikar, Kalani Heart Expedite... No, Kalani Garden. Yeah, they're not 0/1 germs. I like Flare Husk. Batterskull's cool, I guess? I mean, we have Cauldron now, so... I don't see Batterskull that much anymore. Actually, you don't even see Cauldron that much anymore, either. But Flare Husk's where it's really at. Let's be real. Flare Husk is a true MVP. There's that white spell that gives you a token equal to everything it blew up or something. The art looks like it's some kind of explosive living weapon, narratively. But I guess it's not objectively narrative weapon. This is the indestructible one. I'm on the play, so maybe I can actually play the game. Yeah, sure, we have Ponder. Am I pondering turn 1? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think I am. I'm not looking for anything, so... You don't just burn these for the sake of it. At least I don't. I disagree with that idea. For a multitude of reasons. Boros Signet. I like it. Alright, we're in there. There's no way you don't windmill slam Tajik. I refuse to believe. You don't windmill slam the card. You didn't windmill slam it. Ugh. Opponent. Come on. Really? Actually toxic. Oh, it's because you just had a better card. My bad. Yep. So, how do I beat this? I don't know. No, no, and no. So that's not how I beat it. No. That's not how I beat it either. I guess I could swing with this, right? No, that's dumb. That's dumb. What if I... No, that's also dumb. Alright, well, we're losing. We're now losing. Okay, interesting tap sequence. No white mana anymore. Probably doesn't matter. They do, in fact, do that, which gives me this window. Okay, like to see that. Oh, that's exactly what we were looking for. We swing all out, correct? Land, please? No such luck. Let's get rid of... Shore up? Everything is good here. Tragic. I'm going to risk it and just assume I don't need that card specifically. And still interested in a land. No. At this point, no. Now do we cast Togic? I know you want to. I know you want to. Come on. Get it in there. Wait, what? Do I even care about this? Let's think about this for a second. Why do I care about this? Let's find out if we care. Let's find out if we care. Let's cast this. Alright, I'll take that. Proliferate. Oh yeah, we get to proliferate the token. Oh my goodness. The counter, I mean. Alright, I care enough. My opponent's convinced me to care enough. Because they might actually concede to it. Oh, they control the Shadow Spear. They control the Shadow Spear. I could not have done this. This doesn't work. It does tempo them. Oh, they didn't activate it. Oh. Oh no. Opponent. Oh no. Actual tragedy. They could have activated it, right? Permanence your opponents could... Yeah, they could have. Oh no. What a tragedy. Alright, well, let's exploit the tragedy. And swing violently. Let's get rid of land. I already played one. Peek the hand before the bribery? No, I can't do that. Do I cast bribery? Hold on, this is a problem, right? Eaten by piranhas? Yeah, let's, I will let them draw, and then I'll peek. Take a peek-ski-poo here. Kind of wish it didn't snap resolve all that, because I wasn't done doing things. Okay, so we can actually wait till combat. We can wait till combat now. Enduring thing. Yep. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. No. Okay, let's do that. I will probably cast Fairy Mastermind and block the Aspirant, because it's just damage. They do swing with it. Love to see it. Man. All of this without Togic is... that's pretty commendable. Not gonna lie. They're losing to a whole bunch of damage that is running away with the game. I mean, they can block my commander now, but it literally drew me 7 cards, so I don't think it's going to amount to anything. And they also die to this in 2 attacks. Opponent agrees. Opponent agrees. Probably can't not block this. And it's probably completely incorrect to cast Bribery, so I shouldn't. But I really just don't care. Oh! Sometimes it just works out, huh? So this actually stops this. It dies forever until they deal with this. This is a little measly little 1/1 now. It would have also killed all the tokens. Oh man, if I knew this was in their deck, we're doing it pre-combat obviously, but we don't know that. This can't really reanimate anything because it just dies instantly. Oh, it took 2 permanents. I actually stole 2 permanents this game. Diamond in the rough. Love it. I love it. Look at that. Bribery, you win. Always right. Always right. I will admit it isn't as busted as I thought it would be, but that's because people's decks aren't as egregious as I emotionally anticipate. Get bribed. Oh yeah, if anyone was curious, there's a gold thing in the store today. And I believe it's worth it to burn 10 gems instead of 50 gold. That's what I do. 50 gold is worth more than 10 gems, I believe. Yep. That 7-mana card my opponent plays for me, so I can take it. They did not even try to cast their commander that game. Let it be known. Let it be known. No, not Sunfall, by the way. We're talking about the Beseech, the Mirrodin Besiege. We're going back to, like, diaper days. I thought it was Anowar... Wait a minute. Isn't the Thief the blue... black one? And Anowar is mono black? What's the other one? Am I tripping? The Ruin Thief is... Yeah, that's the newer one. Yeah. The Ruin Sage was in the first deck I ever had, I think. Anowar was in the first deck I ever had. It was a 100-card, blue-black abomination. Had no vampires in it, but it had Anowar in it. And then I also had Shieldred the Whispering one, so I would sack something and then immediately reanimate it, like Worm Coil, so I could just keep getting 3/3s and keeping the original Worm Coil. Until I found out years later that that was actually wrong, because Shieldred has to target before you finish resolving, and it can't target Worm Coil because it's still alive. So you can't sack it and then reanimate it. I actually was doing it wrong. And I was doing that thing wrong for years. And nobody called me out. Nobody called me out. Our play group. We played a lot of Magic and nobody said anything. By the time I found out, we were well past that era. So I guess that's a secret for me to take to the grave. Alright. Back to Arena. Well, a secret for me and the 20-some-odd people watching me right now. Don't tell my friends. I was accidentally cheating for about 12 years. Not that long, but, you know. I think that was my... That might have been too late, actually. Wait, Zendikar was... I don't know. It was among the first things I did. I know that. Also, what are we up against? What do we... I didn't... Shoot. I got tripped up. Whatever. I mean, they kill it, I just play the next game, I guess. I don't have any way of interacting with Azula anyways, so... Brainstorm? Wow. I wonder if I should have fought over that, because they did it at a weird time, but I'm not going to. Well, it wasn't a fetch land. Okay, I definitely don't care about a ghost vacuum. Opponent wisely swings at me. Let us swing at you. Alright, what do you got? They are brainstorm locked. Talisman of Spaghetti. I'm going to counter that because I think they're being mana screwed here. Ah, maybe I should have put that on top, actually. Shoot. Yeah, I should have put that on top. That was probably a very big mistake. Tragic. Right, let's get rid of Slip Out the Back. No, let's get rid of Shore Up. I can't stifle that. Alright. Because I drew, then it was a mistake to, It wasn't a mistake, because I let them draw. Letting them draw was a mistake there. I shouldn't have triggered my commander. Wasn't really thinking. Okay. Sure. I'll just put that in play. And no more triggering my commander. One card's not worth it. Opposition Agent. That is a human. So it resolves. That is a human. It also shuts down bribery, I think, right? No, it's only your opponent's library. Okay, it doesn't work. Yep, taking some damage. I am losing this race. The Flash package is just beating me here, with their commander having nothing to do with it. Counter literally anything. Okay, draw 2. Now I'm gonna start drawing, and then get rid of Aqueous Form. No, we get rid of one of these. Yeah. I'll unable to scream the Opposition Agent. My graveyard doesn't matter. Yeah, there's no graveyard cards anymore. I took them all out. Finds a land, finally. They're free to get in there with an uncounterable Azula. They just don't do that, though. That's strange? Is that strange? I feel like that just is a little maniacal, but alright. Do I like my hand enough to not play more cards? No, I don't. I'm 90% certain this does not have flash. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. Sure, it involves black mana, though. Oh, look at that, it's black mana. Notion Thief? Why is that a human? So... do that. Why is that in your opponent? Why is that in your deck, opponent? Let's get rid of you. Actually, just get rid of this. Why are they playing Notion Thief? That's just ridiculous. They haven't gone for their commander yet, so I don't know what would change this turn cycle. I could just negate this, right? Yeah. It's not like that's doing anything else. Get rid of this card now. How do you have so many dumb flash creatures? Like, what? How are you doing this? I get, you know what, to be honest, this is just how Azula needs to play. Let's just be real, that's just how it, yeah, this is the way it does anything. Also, I don't think this actually works. Nope, it doesn't. I mean, actually amazing to me. Like, you know, whatever. This is the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen. And I would say with a high degree of confidence, basically everything they played this game is only kind of good against decks like mine. And this is a very below average represented thing in the meta here. So this is nuts. Like, none of this really... I mean, sometimes Opposition Agent does something. But these two are just... a little just... This is just a wild, wild set of cards to have here. This is insane. Like, most of the decks you see don't care about this. It's really unfortunate, though. Just couldn't do anything. Too many dumb things. I mean, we can still kind of just blame Cavern. It is kind of just Cavern's fault that they're all specifically humans, too. Alright, I mean, all right, yeah. It's almost like my opponent knew the matchup they were queuing into, and then, like, fine-tune their deck for it. That's, that is a very, very strong outlier of your expected outcome in an Azula matchup. That's extremely off the bell curve. I'll say that. Very off the bell curve. As a wild sequence of cards. Let's do that. Lightning Greaves? No. Let's cast Brain... No, we don't want to cast Brainstorm until we don't have a land. I'm not going to go into the Commander. I think this deck is like mono removal, so... Although that's not totally true, honestly. It's not totally true. I refuse to respect Orcish Bowmasters, that's for sure. Certain, excuse me. Yep. Just keep doing the thing. Right? Yeah, we just keep doing the thing. What am I contemplating? Plaguecrafter. That doesn't do anything at all, right? Oh, I discard. Okay. What? You got it. And... Alright, well, we're in there. I guess if that's all you had to do, you might as well do it. Let us... I really... Alright, fine. Not gonna do anything about this. Unless I specifically draw something to do about it. What do we not want? We don't want... this. Like that. Okay. Okay, this is what, 4 mana? Sure. That is notably not 5 mana. Interesting. Necropotence. By all means. I guess I'll shift enter at this point. I don't think they're going to play a 1 mana card. So if I can beat the 20 some odd cards this draws, we're kind of happy. They got to be careful. You never want to go to discard with this. Yeah. So it's just this in 19. It's possible. I mean, their commander is kind of no longer part of it, though, because this doesn't really let you play stuff. I think my commander is no longer a real card. Maybe I should just... Okay, alright. Their commander's not in play. We're just gonna bribery. I don't know what happens against mono black. I guess nothing, huh? Tragic. Could take the drawbridge so they don't have it. Shieldred is a very scary card, but not scary enough. Gix is a card draw card as well. Alright, I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take this. If they deal with their own Necropotence, this is good. Especially with this card. So I think this is worth it. Gix is also kind of interesting, so I can draw cards with it. But it could also just not matter. They kill anything I put into play. So I'm not really sure. I could have taken the one that gives me Urza's lands or something. Sure. Not quite what I expected. Actually, it's rather odd to me, maybe in this deck, but oh, okay. I haven't given this much of a chance in this format, as you can see why, maybe. We're currently just so not concerned about our opponent's commander that we can just sort of do funny, goofy things on our own turn like this. I will shuffle those two cards away. Did I play land? I did? Alright. Eventually I'll get my commander back into play, I guess. That's a way to draw outside of Necropotence. This takes the yeah, it always takes this. Yeah, it has to. I don't even think it's close. What? I completely disagree with this. I don't even know the logic. Why would you do this? I don't get the logic here. Maybe I think they're thinking of a straightforward line from doing that, but that line doesn't solve your issue. This has to attack, right? Yeah, so I'm going to let them go into their turn so I get more experience counters. Actually, I can let them go to combat, it's fine. Boop. You knew this was going to happen. You knew this would happen. Okay. It works. Consult is still in my hand. Blood in the snow. Let's do this. Yep. Honestly, a land isn't bad here. I think I'll take the cards. Proliferate for next game. Of course this is in the graveyard. Come on! That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. At least they're not drawing, but it's still just egregious. Come on, really? So... Ponder... Flare. Pass the turn. I don't know how to deal with the Shieldred now. What a ridiculous sweeper. So annoying. Aether Spark. Well, I don't like what that's doing. I don't like what that's doing. At all. I mean, they're not gaining life, but still, Shieldred is a problem. But we're getting somewhat close to them running out of cards. You don't draw... I draw nothing useful. Commandeer is interesting enough to just draw. So I will. I can cast my commander. I suppose I'll cast my commander because I have Commandeer. But I don't expect it to live. This is a bit risky though. You've got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. Alright, well, best possible draw. Actually unbelievable. Target opponent reads their hand. Amazing. That's just... It's just so ridiculous. I can't shuffle either. Alright. Yep, whatever. Silly me thinking I can win that. That's my bad. Actually ridiculous. If it was any other removal spell, I can't think of another one. So if it was just any other removal spell in the game of Magic, we were fine. It was just specifically that one. Therefore, we were not fine. Play versus draw is the most important thing in this matchup, and I'm on the draw, so... I guess I just lose unless I mulligan for wash away. It's dumb. Oh, I guess Flare does it too. Do I... I think I gemstone and get rid of Fly. I cannot imagine Fly has any merit at all in this game. I'm not convinced it does, at least. His argument for kind of the land as well, I don't know. Yep, that's what we came here to do. What did I actually exile? No, I can't remember. Okay. Couldn't even remember. Couldn't even remember. Opponent acting like there's something else to do here. There you go. Okay. No, I'm not playing this. Yep, look at that. I dealt with their ramp spells, so now they'll just cast more ramp spells instead of playing a 6-drop. And if we draw a land, we do have a pretty good card here, honestly. I think Bribery is at its best against Rofellos, if I had to guess. But I do have to play a land, find a land. This is a reason why I didn't want to discard a land. Also, again, I don't think Fly matters. I mean, this also didn't matter. I would have got rid of this too. Okay, they did that before playing a land. I don't know why. I also don't know why they're playing Reliquary Tower. That's very strange. Very strange. What is this doing? It's not even a forest. What are you doing? Brawler? Okay. Well, there's nothing to bounce with this. So I guess I'll just floop it in there. We could just wait. We could just wait and just chill. No, chilling is dumb. I don't want to chill. I want to cast cards. We're not here to take our time with things. I'll get rid of that. We're also actually just killing them in the sky here. Both of these are fine. There's merit in the... I guess I'll take the land because I don't need the counterspell, but there is merit in the counterspell because of the brawler. But I don't think the brawler matters anymore. But it is out of hand, so Wash Away is free. I'd rather just vomit my land into play. Let's counter that card. I don't like that card. I don't like that one. I don't know why they didn't cast the brawler first, though. That doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. The brawler has reach? Oh, I didn't know that. Alright, Bribery, you need to scam my opponent 6 ways to Sunday real quick. How do you have no Eldrazi? Alright, whatever. Whatever. So, it's 3. View battlefield, so it would be 3, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I die. So, Kagla kills this. Galta doesn't do it. Primeval Titan would be great. How do you have no Eldrazi? This is just so toxic. So toxic. Alright. Unyieldingly toxic. Okay. I mean, why not? It only makes sense. That's in your hand, yeah. It only makes sense. I mean, what else would I expect in your hand, right? Let's be real. I don't think there's any winning this game anymore. Wait, they don't even have any colorless cards for this. There's just no colorless cards in my opponent's deck. I just looked at it. They're just, like, in here. Oh, jeez. It's gonna be one of those games. Do I move this? Does it matter? Nothing matters. There's no hope. Whatever. If my opponent generated 3 colorless right here, I would just uninstall the game. Full stop. I mean, I'm dead in 2 turns here. I would genuinely swing with everything. Does Ujin even matter? Like, I guess I think it does, sure. But I'm just sending it all in, probably. What is Consult even doing? Nothing. Consider? Because none of these do anything? It would literally be a Christmas miracle if I somehow won this. I don't think we live in that that time era though. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's nothing for Ujin to exile, but it's still drawing 2 cards a turn and putting them back up to their starting life total. I guess swinging with the 2/2 was wrong. As it panned out, it was incorrect, I guess. Start with consider? Well, that's not it. Okay. Well, one good draw deserves another. I can trade with the Brawler now. Am I gonna win this? It's exactly at 3. Oh, but I can't swing. Yes, I can. I have to swing. I literally have to swing. There's no not swinging. Yep. World first Mox Amber. Love to see you. Land. Here. Have the mana to do this. I hope. Pass. Wait, no. Let him draw. Let's take a gander. Okay. Can't be countered. So, steal. No. Yes. We go to 1. Okay. Can't be countered, sure. Wait, why do we say of course they have Brawler? Why do I care about this? This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Of all the things they could have, this is one of them I would love to see. I think I blocked this. So I think I have to swing with my commander. Block that. I don't have to, but it is so many cards that if I don't get there because I did that, then congratulations, you win, opponent. But there's no way I don't draw 9 cards. I just refuse to believe I don't find anything. Okay, so we get rid of that. Yep, damage goes through. Brainstorm, then ponder. I mean, the experience counters are irrelevant. Again, so are these perpetuals. Draw, put these 2 back. And I would like to ponder now. Oh, that's good, but the other 2 are bad, so shuffle. And then discard. Okay. Paths will pick up my thing. Yeah, this Brawler doesn't matter. I don't know why we're concerned about the stats. It's giving. That doesn't matter. I can just bounce this so I don't go to 1. I guess. Yes! Oh! Bribery too strong. No Eldrazi, though. Oh, man. Yeah, it's always right to draw 9. I would have to draw unreasonably bad to have that not work out there. I have to draw unreasonably bad. This triggered what, like 5 times or something? Yeah, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. What mattered was this, but again, there's no colorless cards. I saw their deck with Bribery. It's kind of weird to play that, I feel. Sometimes you should have some amount of colorless cards in your deck. I don't know. But they did do a good job of presenting must-answer threats. Honestly, what I got through this game just feels impossible. I don't know. That was crazy. What a game. What did I exile this game? It was fly to this. Wow. We go to... Well, if I took it, we go to 1. I just don't think there's a reason to go to 1. It's a 2-turn clock. Unless I can somehow kill them right now. So, non-creature. This goes to 10. No, it just went to 9. So, 9... No, it didn't. I don't think this resolved. So I have to get 4 cards. We could do Mana Leak for the sake of it. Damper, this. Yeah, we actually have lethal next turn. Sweet. What a game. Ooh, what a roller coaster, too. Alright. Alright. That's a good note to end on, I guess. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Oh, please fix this partner thing. Please fix that stupid partner slot. Alright, let's talk about the deck. So, it does play a lot like Baral, but it doesn't play one-to-one like Baral. You can play some funny, goofy things. Who doesn't like drawing 26 cards? You do draw more than Baral, but if anyone's ever played against Baral, that doesn't matter, right? That's not what Baral cares about, really. It does have a built-in loot system anyways, so it's got, like, treasure cruise and whatnot, but, again, there's differences here. You don't need 25 experience counters. Honestly, you don't need 5. You kind of just need 2. You can... If you just have 1, you're basically Baral, because you just loot, and any more than 1... you're just vomiting value. You're just drowning your opponent in cards extremely fast unless they deal with this. So, it is a must-answer threat on turn 2, just like sometimes Brawl is. Brawl does a pretty good job at still winning without it. Azusa, not Azusa, I keep calling every commander Azusa right now. It's really bad. Tifa is a must-answer 2-mana threat, right? I didn't actually start with Mox Amber. I forgot it existed. You should absolutely play Mox Amber in any commander that costs 1 or 2. Honestly, sometimes even 3. Sometimes more, but definitely 1 and 2. I don't think I needed this, but at least it's a land. It obviously works with this. If you have 25 cards and then suddenly you now have way more than 25, you just quadruple. But this costs 7. It's not realistic. In fact, I would say it's almost completely and utterly impossible to cast a 7-mana sorcery in a deck like this. It just doesn't seem like it's a good idea. Baral could amass 7 cards in hand, cast this at 6 mana, and then cast 4 mana extra turn effects. We're not doing that. We don't have the discount. I did end up adding Medallion, though. You could cast Baral in here. I didn't put Baral in here, but it could go in here. It could go right in here. We had a game where Bribery actually didn't win. Yeah, it was a game I casted and then lost, so it finally happened. I will say I've seen more... Actually, I've seen... Almost every time I've cast Baral, I've been surprised at the lack of immediate game-ending nuclear bombs. I'm actually a little surprised about that. It puts it more into perspective, I guess, for me. Like, in EDH, you have more opponents to target, right? And you're like, all right, I know your deck it's going to have something. Maybe they don't, but you will. Here, you're just at the mercy of your opponent. One opponent, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But again, the sample size that I have, it's only lost 1 and won all the others. So, still probably really good. You know, I would say it's a mythic quality investment. I believe these are all mythics for some stupid reason. So yeah, this is worth an investment to me. I would say so. Commandeer in a deck like this is amazing. Sometimes it was kind of surprising. Like, I'd get caught realizing I actually don't have limitless hand size. Like, I draw 10 and I have 15 cards and I'm like, all right, pass the turn. Oh shoot, I have to discard down to 7. Like, sometimes it caught me because there were quite a few games where I had one of my no max hand size cards and it felt, you know, easier. It's just less to think about because you don't have to think about discarding anything. You know, if you have 7 cards and you're passing, you're just winning, right? You don't need 15. Flipping Tamiyo, the 1-mana Tamiyo, and ultimating it and drawing half your deck that's something, but drawing like 15 cards as opposed to drawing 15 and discarding 7, it's kind of the same. Like, if Tamiyo said you have to discard down to like 10, or your new max hand size is 10, then Tamiyo's still just basically winning every game that it ultimates. Yeah, the discarding down is whatever. But I will say, Treasure Cruise and whatnot, it was kind of hard to consistently cast them. I guess on the topic of casting anything that costs more than 5, it just doesn't seem realistic to me at all. It's not really what this deck is trying to do. I don't think it's what this commander's ever interested in, is casting giant explosive things. I guess maybe you could play 1 or 2 X spells, so it's modular and you can choose at whatever point. I don't know, but still. I had taken out Ponder and Preordain because they're not instants for a second, but I put them back in because I think every blue deck ever should run these. They're not instant speed. There's just... These let you keep more hands than like, if this was in your hand as opposed to not being in your hand, it changes if you mulligan or not. So you see less mulligans to 6. You get a free 7, which maybe at this point we shouldn't even get that anymore, but we still get a free 7 mulligans. So I don't actually expect that to stick around forever. Maybe for the person on the draw. But the person on the play getting one is starting to get a little ridiculous because it just lets you find a really good hand with like something like the Lighted Halfling or Utopia Sprawl Internal Exploration at this point, actually. Seeing a new 7 is kind of insane for the person on the play now. So maybe it could stay for the draw, but let's not get sidetracked here. Ponder Preordain lets you keep more hands on average. You can keep 1 land hands with Ponder. I would probably do that, especially on the draw. Maybe on the play it's a little different, but the point is they're just really good. They're almost never bad. Almost never bad. Brainstorm in mono-colored stuff, well, the only way to be mono-colored with Brainstorm is blue, because it's blue. So in mono-blue, there's not a ton of shuffle effects, and if we just naturally draw the cards it finds, especially with something like this, it feels kind of bad. But it still helps you against stuff like Thoughtseize, and it still is technically a cantrip. It does technically draw 1 card, right? You draw 3, put 2 back. So if you are Brainstorm locked, sometimes that's just fine, right? I mean, you just picked a better hand for the current situation, and then in a few turns you find those other cards that might matter. If you needed a land, there you go. Being Brainstorm locked isn't the end of the world, but it's obviously not where most people put Brainstorm in their head. They cast it and then they don't shuffle. They feel like it didn't do anything. It's like, that's not quite the case. That's not quite the case. I will say people do cast Brainstorm whenever they have the mana to cast it, and that's just wrong completely. I see that way too often. Not necessarily with these two, but there are times where I just don't cast Ponder because I'm not A, looking for anything specific, like a land or whatever, and B, just... Well, if I don't have the mana to cast it, then obviously you don't cast it, because you need to leave up counterspells. But yeah, you don't have to cast these just because they're glowing in your hand and you have an untapped blue source. You just don't have to do that. For value lands, I don't like Fountain Port, I don't like Mirix, I don't like even really Mutavault. It just doesn't really feel great. Mystic Sanctuary never did anything a single game. I don't have a ton of fetch lands for it. If it's my second or third land drop, it feels awful. It feels like really bad. Obviously, if it's your fourth onwards, it's fine. Your first one, it's honestly kind of fine. Most of the times, I don't really feel like I need a 1 mana card on turn one or whatever. But it never did anything. Not once. It just didn't. So I don't know. You really just don't need it. You don't need it. But it feels free enough to just play it for that one game you get every 35 to 55 games where it might do something. It might be worth it. Just put it in for free. I don't know. I do like Commandeer and Mono Blue. But yeah, this is just lightning bolting you for an island. Something to think about, right? That just because this is an MDFC doesn't mean it's free. You do take 3 damage when you play it untapped. Sometimes there's Winter Moons. I guess sometimes there's also Blood Moons and stuff. You won't really care about Flood Moon. But you're never casting this, and I say that with a great deal of confidence. You're not casting a 7-mana card in this commander. It's even at instant speed, it's very, very unlikely to happen. So this is obviously not an instant. I just don't like this card. It does have the no max hand size thing on it, which is cool for my commander. If I draw 7 or something, or swing first and then draw like 14, that's great. But you have to pass the turn, and if the only thing you got really going on is a 1/3 in play, and you have to leave up permission, and you just didn't, could be a problem. Even if you have 25 cards in your hand, that doesn't translate to a win. You have a lot of cards, but you don't have Omniscience. You've displayed 7 mana at least, maybe, well, guaranteed at that point to go into 8 mana the next turn, because you drew so many cards, let's say. You have 8 mana to play with. Your commander is either alive or dead. Might not even matter at that point because you have so many cards in your hand. And it was probably only a 1/3, so it wasn't like winning. But you do kind of need to leave your mana up. Just casting things at sorcery speed to catch back up because you gave your opponent a turn doesn't feel great. But who knows? It's probably fine. It's probably fine when it happens. It never happened. I never had the chance to have it happen. But it's probably okay. Most of the time, it's going to lightning bolt you, though, and that's all it's going to do. For win conditions, like it's the same thing. Every time I play a deck like this, I get questions about like how do you actually win? Well, I mean, I won with this more than most Avatar commanders so far today. Like I don't know how many wins we got, like 13, 15 or whatever. Like I won a lot with this. It's just you don't need like a. You don't need Teferi. You don't need, I don't know, Hullbreaker Horror? Whatever that 6-mana flash nuclear bomb is that I can't remember off the top of my head. Jink-A-Taxis. You don't need Hullbreaker Horror. You don't need Shark Typhoon. You don't need Teferi. You don't need Gear Hulk. This is actually pretty solid. Kind of. I actually kind of like this card. There's a fair amount of fetch lands looming around. I did keep in Stifle, so I kind of like this. They don't really play too well with each other, to be honest, because they can't make them shuffle, but that's irrelevant. And this can technically be cast for 1,000,000 mana if it gets to that point. So this is probably reasonable, right? There's someone that would probably scream at any Katara player, or even Brawl at this point, that would just always play this card. But I didn't. I guess I can slide it in for the deck upload, though. But yeah, you don't need a bomb to win the game with this. This is just not what this is about. And once you're at a point where you've displayed a wall of permission and you've bounced or dealt with the board, so there's 0 pressure going on, your opponent has to get something through, and you're drawing 3 cards a turn at this point, only to draw more and more. Your opponent's just going to lose to 1 damage a turn, right? That's a thing you can genuinely do. There was a time where Baral really only had like Mutavault and 1 damage on Baral, kinda, to kill their opponent. Sometimes it was like a Mirrex or whatever that other one was. Fountain Port, I think, is a 2 new for this time era that I'm talking about. But yeah, like Baral initially didn't have any way to quote-unquote close the game out quickly. It's just not relevant. You don't need to worry about those cards. All those cards do is make the rest of the game being played slightly worse for you, because you now have this thing in your hand that's dead until you're in a window where it's actually castable. The upside is both this and Baral can actually just discard it, right? Usually, I don't want it. It's gone. And, if it was so important that you cannot discard it because you need it to win at some point, then it feels extra bad. But I wouldn't say that would be the case with something like Hullbreaker Horror or whatever, Jin-Gitaxias. You could just discard them and still win. It's just not relevant. But, yeah, really good commander. Mono Blue is Mono Blue, right? I mean, there's a lot of Baral overlap, but there's a lot of cool things. Triskaidekaphile is never going to trigger for you, but it has the no max hand size text on it. It came up twice where I was probably going to win with the text box if my opponent didn't concede. So there were like 2 games where I was actually going to win with this. Kind of funny, but once you have 13 cards in your hand, you've probably already won the game, right? You don't need the funny text on this. There's actually a lot of times you just go way over. You're at like 23 cards by the time this is in play, and you've drawn enough to reasonably ever get to 13. You've, at that point, probably went all the way to 20 or 25 or whatever, and it's just getting harder and harder to actually get to 13 because you just have drawn too many cards. But that's fine, right? No max hand size is the main idea with this. It didn't come up too often that having more than 7 cards mattered. Actually, I don't think it really ever came up that having more than 7 cards in passing in my opponent's turn ever really did anything. But it's still kind of adorable, I suppose, to do it. Just play the Reliquary Tower. It's free enough. Why not? It is funny. Unfortunately, it gives you the counters before combat, which is really unfortunate because this draws so much and then it doesn't see this. So that sucks. I didn't notice that, but the top 2 parts are fine. It replaces itself and then it gives you the no max hand size thing. But again, the no max hand size thing is just a fun thing to do. It doesn't necessarily help you win, in my opinion at least. And it does kind of make some delve things worse. It, I guess, also in a way makes Snapcaster worse in a funny way, I suppose. So I don't know. But the no max hand size cards are not really all that relevant, honestly. They're really just not. The curiosity effects, like not dive down, Curious Obsession and Curiosity, just don't matter. Because if you're getting in there over and over, you're probably drawing enough cards where Curiosity having to replace itself because it has to draw a card first, otherwise it didn't draw any cards, it breaks even on the first card draw. So it has to basically happen more than once, and this is not inherently evasive. You have to give it evasion or just keep removing things that could block it to have Curiosity actually draw. And this just draws so much that you don't want those in there anyways. Curious Obsession also demands you keep swinging or it goes away forever. Fly is alright because evasion, right? The evasive ones still seem okay. I will say there were plenty of games where I didn't really need any of this kind of effect to safely swing. So maybe I could take one out or something. But the protection spells were pretty good. I played this on turn 2 more than I probably should have, just taking risks there. But you can probably... There's some idea of playing this always on turn 3 unless you have Mox Amber, and we're just down to the... we're just playing the blue Tifa idea where like we only cast it if we have floating mana, and then play 26 protection spells. And that's fine, especially how they give you an experience counter. That's actually just fine. The proliferate cards give you 2 if you cast them on your opponent's turn, which is also nice. But, yeah. So I might have too many of this effect in here. One can argue. You could probably just shave one, honestly, just make room for this thing. The owl. Oh, excuse me. The bird spirit. The bird spirit. But yeah, really cool commander. I like it. I like this kind of deck when I'm playing it. I don't like playing against it. Though it is at least not mono green, it's not playing Llanowar Elves turn 1 all the time. I'm just so fried of seeing all the green 1-drops soloing everything. Exploration has just been a complete nightmare. I don't know how many times I've genuinely beaten a turn 1 exploration with any strategy other than my own exploration. So I really don't know. I just think that card is becoming more and more of an issue, especially as more and more people actually put it in their deck. It's just a big deal. It's definitely better than Burgeoning. I thought they were about the same, but I think I'm coming around that Exploration is a step above Burgeoning. I think Burgeoning is still pretty egregious. It's still egregious, but Exploration is exceptionally egregious. Yeah, I mean, other than the can't be countered Cavern Delighted Halfling stuff, the counter package is probably always going to be good. There's probably always going to be a spot for that. There's definitely a way to put more counters in here than I was running. But unlike Baral, I think it's Island. Unlike Baral, you don't necessarily need a ton of card draw because your commander does it. So they do play differently. These are different decks. It would be kind of cool to see them play against each other, just to see what happens. I don't know. I don't know who gets the edge. Maybe they just stare at each other until someone snoozes out. I don't know. I don't know, but you don't need a card like this, where Baral loves this card. This one doesn't really care about it. But huge fan of this commander. I really like what it's doing. I mean, I like the strategy, so, take that for what you will. But yeah, Sink into Stupor could have been in. Actually, it full stop could just be in here instead of an island. I forgot that one existed. I usually do forget this exists. I don't know why. Some cards just aren't. They go into the hippocampus, right? The little walnut thing in your brain, short-term memory. And then I go to bed and I wake up and it's not put into greater data storage. It's not put into long-term memory that some cards in this game exist. This is one of them. I don't know what it is. I just have this like a void somewhere in my Magic the Gathering fundamentals. The Pock is the green one. Mythweaver Pock, of all the cards, for some reason, I just forget it exists. I build a deck, and then poof, it's not in the deck when I'm done. Looking at the intro, I'm like, wait a minute. Where's Pock? It just happens. I don't know. Too hard to remember them all? Yeah. I mean, brain's filling up with so many cards. It's been, oh my goodness, it's been decades. Yeah, playing Magic for so long. Yeah, it's just, the encyclopedia is only going so far. But hey, a healthy exercise in recollection and memory exercise.